Alright, so our objective for this map is to light these 3 torches, and how we do that is we have a unit end the enemy turn occupying that hex. So as long as we can pull that off, then we will have successfully completed the objectives for the map. So it doesn't necessarily matter how many of our units survive per se. It's more about just getting those squares and holding them. And I think one adjustment I might make, given the way things went in the last attempt, is I had been doing, I think it was 4 melee units and 3 or 4 archers. Yeah, four melee units and 4 archers. But I noticed I actually have 6 melee units available to me for deployment. And I think what I may do is go with 2 extra melee units on the left and the right flank to try to improve the odds of getting those edge torches on the edge lit more quickly. So let's go ahead and do like a similar configuration for the initial deployment like we did last time, where we have perhaps a couple melee in the middle, a couple melee on each side, and then with our remaining deployment points, we'll just kind of pepper some archers in. I noticed that the archers were only somewhat effective when I was using them last time, and I kind of felt like maybe if I had a couple more archers at my disposal, or sorry, a couple more melee units at my disposal, I might have been able to pull off the victory in that last attempt. So the one noteworthy thing about this positioning is note that I'm placing the archers on the red line that divides like the left, center, and right zones of the map, and that's so when I go to issue orders, the archers will be able to move regardless of whether it's left or center in this case, or center or right in this other case. So hopefully this will work out, but let's give it a shot and see what happens. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pick my deployment. Weird, why didn't it prompt me for that? Okay, there we go. I was about to get a little nervous there. I'm like, wait, did this stop working? Okay, so I think I'm going to stick with the basic strategy that I had last time. Of trying to focus on one side in this initial move and moving it up to try to occupy the first torch as quickly as possible. I think what I'm going to do is let's actually select all 3 of the potential units for this right hand side, and then let's look at moving up to a firing position. See if I can actually hit anything up here. Looks like that guy is a target from that square. That's good. And just to confirm, if I did stay there, I would not be able to hit them. So moving up there makes sense to me. Go ahead and do that. And then we'll go ahead and see if we can force these guys into a good position, and have these guys coming back then up. And then I think we're ready to move on to combat. And our only real combat this turn is going to be hitting these guys with the archers. Oh, and of course they miss. I think they missed both of their shots last time too on the initial hit, which is a bit concerning if that is the case, because that would mean that maybe the random elements aren't as random as they perhaps should be, but might just be a coincidence. Or I might be remembering it wrong. There are lots of possibilities. Alright, so let's take a look at a couple things. Let's see what kind of lore powers we have available to us. Just to start out here. Automatically additional attack during combat. That's a pretty potent one, but as you can see, we won't be able to do that anytime soon because we don't have nearly enough lore points to actually activate that one. If I eliminate an enemy, I can generate some more lore for free, so that's cool. And we can knock somebody or knock multiple units out of our proximity with another unit when we get up to 4. But for right now, we gotta look at maybe trying to take out a unit this turn so we can generate some more lore by casting this one. That'd be our ideal scenario. Alright, so let's see what we got going on the right side here. So these guys are still pretty healthy. Looks like everybody's still pretty healthy over here as far as my guys go. I'm almost tempted to not force the issue on the right since they didn't move up to engage me. I'm thinking maybe if I spread this out a little bit, I can make things a little more interesting. Let's move up the left side this time in a similar fashion and see what we can get out of that. Yeah, let's go ahead and I'll tell you what, we'll use our two points to remove that poison effect on those guys. Another good reason to move this side this turn. And let's see about doing something similar with our archers now. If I stay on this square, I'm too far away to actually hit those guys. But let's see if I can move up a bit, get a better shot off. So these guys can move up into cover, so I think that's a good move for them. And then these guys, okay, these guys actually took some damage last turn. So that's not awesome. I think we'll have them hang out here since they'll have some backup. And let's go ahead and engage combat. I'm actually a little bit more scared by the melee units than I am by the archers, but it looks like I don't have line of sight on the melee, most likely because I moved my melee unit up to this hex, so it looks like I'm going to have to take the shot at the archers. That's just not a valid target according to the line of sight rules, which I'm still kind of trying to wrap my head around, honestly. So forced a retreat on those archers and gained a little lore. That's cool. Gonna be good for us. But generally speaking, a pretty uneventful round, except for the positioning. Man, they were very serious about hurting those guys. To the point of sacrifice. Okay. I think this would probably be a good turn to play my 4 command, where I actually get to move 4 units in one turn. So let's go ahead and do that. And I think in this particular case, it might be in my best interest to Move these guys up. See if we can take the torch on this side and take the torch on this side with these most healthy guys. Let's try to make a fairly aggressive move here. See if we can get at least one of these lit this round. Alright, we're doing pretty well. And we've got a good potential to hurt these guys, so let's go ahead and do it. They sacrificed himself. That was unfortunate that they got both of them like that. Really a bad luck on my part. I need to stay there. With only one guy left, it's pretty unlikely that I'll actually hold that square, which is really unfortunate. Let's see if I have anything that I can play here. Yeah, let's go ahead and play that. Get some free lore out of killing that unit. And I think that's going to call it a turn. Cool. Good. Excellent. Oh man, that guy didn't stand a chance. Wow, that was a absolutely brutal strike there. So good, I got one of them lit anyway. That's handy. Definitely handy. We're definitely going to want to look at moving those archers up into that position for the next turn because they're the only unit left on that left flank. So we're going to have to use some sort of order configuration that lets us move something on the left side. And it looks to me like of our available moves, the 1-1-1 is probably going to be our best bet. Because then we'll be able to move this guy. Potentially move this guy up to the middle torch. And then let's look at bringing this unit over to assist for the middle, because now that we've lit this right side torch, we don't need to keep this unit on this square or on this hex anymore, so we can vacate and try to back up the other unit in the center next turn. And let's go ahead and make that move. We'll still be able to attack these guys along the way, which is cool. Go ahead and occupy this. And it doesn't look like we can quite reach that position, unfortunately. But it does look like we can go into cover in this house, so that's probably going to be our best bet. We'll try to grab that hex on the next turn. Let's move on to our combat phase. Let's do everything we can to keep these guys away from us and or injured. Let's go ahead and pelt these guys. That thins the herd a bit. And then let's go ahead and put the smack down here. Nice. Counterattack. Pretty rough, but not horrifying. So let's go ahead and look at our powers. We're gonna have to ditch one anyway this turn. Yeah, this is a good turn to drop this since we're trying to hold that other position. So So basically, prevent initial damage and immovable during the enemy turn. So go ahead and drop that. As good a time as any to play that. And I think we're good. Yeah, it was a really good time to draw that hero power and have the ability to actually use it. But the real reason we got to use that is because we got to kill that unit and get the additional lore on the previous turn, so that was like a double whammy, honestly. Okay, let's go ahead and let's look at doing a bit of a rush situation here. So I think I've got Archer over here. I've got another couple of units over here as well. We've got 3 archers in play, but none of them really close enough to effectively go for that center square. I think what I may do is just do the wizard's 3 melee unit move this turn, and then just try to finish this off. So I can move 3 infantry this turn with that ability. Let's go ahead and move these guys out of the house and move these guys up, and honestly I kind of want to move these guys because I feel like getting them into position is more valuable, and we can also remove their poison if I do that, or it damages them any further. Let's see what we can do here. Man, they get a really nice move this turn for some reason. I'm not going to complain though. Let's go ahead and have them back up this other damaged unit. Try to potentially finish off those archers. Get these guys on the objective. And these guys backing them up as much as possible. So let's go ahead and put them here. We should have a pretty good chance at winning this round with this configuration. So let's go ahead and let's see, do I need to do anything this turn as far as powers go? No. Let's advance to the combat phase. There might be some options there. Do you do any of these spells apply to combat? No, at least not without me actually engaging in some combat. So let's go ahead and drill these guys. Very nice. I think I'm gonna leave them where they are, so that if they attack from this side, they won't be able to force the people on the objective to retreat, so they can get supported from this side if I leave them here. I think that's the smarter play. And let's see if we can put the hurt on these archers. Fortunate misses. The poisoning again, really? Not cool. That's alright. I don't think it's ultimately going to end up mattering too much, to be honest. And let's see if we want to use this hero power. Use one of your units if the unit is attacked during your opponent's next turn. Half of the combat results generated against it become Misses. Yeah, that sounds pretty good to me. Let's go ahead and play that, and then put it on the unit we have lighting that last torch to improve the probability of that succeeding. Alright. This could potentially be our winning round. Let's see how it goes. Alright. Okay, lots of misses there. That was good. Ah, I forced the issue there. Lame. Yeah, those guys got rocked pretty good. On a counterattack. They were good generating the lore, but I would have rather seen them go down. Oh well. Take what we can get. Okay, so things got a little ugly there, but with any luck, we can still make this work. Let's see, we've got, looks like 5 units left in play. Yeah. I think this 2-1 should probably do the trick, because we will move this one fully healthy unit to center to try to take out that other unit. Move this fully healthy unit and see what we can do with this guy that we have left here. Let's go ahead and remove his poison. Give him a little bit of a chance. Alright, any potential for madness here? Yeah, the rune blade might have been useful for combat purposes, but I also wanted to remove the poison, so it's kind of a catch-22 there. Hopefully that'll end up working out alright. Let's see, who we're going to move first. So if these guys win their fight, everything will be fine, I think. Let's just go ahead and move them into position so they're in a position to do that. These guys, I wish I could get them a little closer. Yeah, they can't, I don't think they can quite hit from there. Doesn't look like it. Let's go ahead and move them up. And, yeah, honestly, I think these guys are probably just as well off as they're going to be where they are. Let's just see if we can potentially help them out a little in the combat phase. Let's see. Okay, well I did move that ranged unit, so let's go ahead and throw this on it to improve its probability. I really need it to do as much damage as possible this round since I'm bothering to order it. And let's go ahead and see what it can do. burst this guy. Good enough. Okay, now these guys really need to kill these guys. Come on, guys. Oh, good move. Oh, not quite enough, though. Oh, man, seriously? Man, that's bogus. That is really bogus. Not a fan of that outcome at all. Okay, well, let's see what we can do. No targets in range on that guy. Alright, I think we're pretty much out of luck. Let me just check these powers again real quick. Yep. Man, this is gonna be rough. It's gonna be really rough. Going down like that from full health to dead in one counterattack is a real bummer. It's really disheartening. Oops, sorry. Moved the mouse there unexpectedly. Okay, so both of my melee guys are actually in pretty bad shape. So what I may actually do is just have my archers give it their all this turn. Let's see if I have an order. We'll do the trick, or if I need to. Yeah, none of these orders are really going to make sense. So what I will do is move the archers this time. I know I'm kind of wasting one because I only have 2 to move, but I feel like that's the better move, honestly, at the moment. Okay, so it's kind of a tough choice here because I can shoot twice if I don't move, but if I don't move, I also won't be in a good position to get that last torch lit. So I'm going to move into this house. And as far as this deal goes, it looks like I can get 1 hit on them moving. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to take 2 shots anyway because these guys I don't have line of sight on. So I'm going to take the 1 shot from the house in a similar fashion, just trying to get these guys into a position where they can actually complete this objective. I think that's the better play, honestly. And then let's see what we've got for attacks. Let's see if we can take these guys out. Ugh, not good. I mean, lore is good, but at this point I really need to do damage. And not good, not good. Hopefully these guys will do a little better. That's something. Alright, that's something. Come on, take that other one out. Alright, well that's helpful. Not ideal, but helpful. Alright, let's see, with 2 lore on the table, okay, I definitely want to save this one for next turn, because when I get the archers standing on that objective square, I don't want them to be able to be forced to retreat. So I'm going to hang on to that and try to improve it. It means I'm going to have to throw one of these away next turn, but I'll probably just throw away the 9 because there's no way I'm going to get enough lore to use it anyway. I don't think it'll end up being a big deal. Yeah, these guys are just sacrificing themselves now to hurt me as much as they can. Yeah, okay, so I have to get rid of one of these, no big deal. We'll ditch, like I say, we'll ditch the 9 because there's no way I'm going to have the lore to use it anyway. And I think, honestly, at this point, it almost doesn't matter what abilities I use. Yeah, let's see if I can. It looks like I might be able to get. Oh no, actually, let me back that up. Yeah, I actually want the 2. I've only got 1 unit in the left zone, and so that would be a total waste. Let's grab this. Since my archers are still in the best shape, I'm gonna make them go for the victory here. Go ahead and do that. These guys are still basically healthy, so let's make them the go team, and then I can take 2 shots with these guys if I don't move them. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's just have them hold down that fort, so to speak. And see what we can do. See if the second shot will drive them out. Yeah, I guess I'll have to use these guys. Looks like the trees ended up breaking the line of sight for the guys in the house, which is why I'm having to use these guys. Oh, come on. Really? Really? You're going to miss both of those? Alright, whatever. Okay, so that's basically going to do it. Let's go ahead and use this ability and hope that this keeps these guys alive and on this square through the enemy turn, and hopefully that'll be good enough for the victory. And the good news is I'm hurting them almost as badly as they're hurting me, so they're running out of steam as much as I am. Alright, good. Alright, that's not going to be enough to kill him. The poisoning sucks, but I don't think it's going to matter. And there it is. Victory! Victory! Whoop, 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 whoop! Alright, apparently 3rd time is the charm. So that's cool. Good to get that one out of the way. And looks like we get a couple of units as our reward, which I'm assuming we'll be able to use in the next battle, so that should be fun. I guess let's just check out and see what happens next.
The riders of Riverwatch, unmatched in their horsemanship among all the peoples of Terrinoth, have ridden into countless battles throughout the ages. During the siege of Black Rock, in the bitter winter that was the War of 10 Brothers, they were all that stood in the way of Geist the Usurper and his legion of Ferox. Outnumbered 10 to 1, the Riverwatch riders rode against the Ferox and drove them into the river, ending a long and bloody conflict with one skillful charge of horse and steel. They now lent their swords to the commanders of Kell, who hoped, for the sake of their countrymen, that their reputation was well deserved.
All right. Let's see what we end up doing here.
The captain of the Riverwatch riders brought glad news. The Dakan lords had agreed to muster their armies against the Uthuk. Unfortunately, It would be some time until additional reinforcements would arrive. In the meantime, the Uthuk invasion continued. Like a low, blistering flame, it grew and spread throughout the east. Would they continue to pillage and burn? Or would they turn their attention to the ancient places within the barony, where forgotten power lay dormant, yearning for discovery?
Well, I guess there's only one way to find out, isn't there? It looks like we got another choice here. So let's see if this is a more substantive choice than the last one. Let's see, prevent the Uthuk from killing the livestock for 6 Uthuk turns. Or, okay, occupy any of the 3 energy hexes, or, sorry. Yeah, no, that is energy. Okay, energy hexes. At the end of your turn, to collect an orb, collect 9 blue orbs. Prevent the Uthuk from collecting 9 red orbs. Interesting. I think I saw that, or some variation of it is one of the multiplayer modes, so that might be an interesting thing to check out. I feel like protecting the livestock seems a little less interesting. I feel like we've been doing a lot of like capturing and protecting type stuff, so this might be a little more interesting. Looks like what's the reward for this other one? I guess that's something to consider too. It looks like the rewards are pretty similar. It just looks like the difference between getting a melee guy and another archer. I think I'd rather have another melee guy, to be honest. Yeah, let's do this one. I'm not sure if doing this one will preclude doing the other one like it did last time, or if it doesn't matter, but we'll see. Okay, so we want blue orbs, and I guess we need to stand in those hexes. Yeah. Any of the 3 energy bases at the end of your turn to collect an orb. So theoretically, it sounds like if we occupy more than one at a time, we get more than 1 orb at a time. But I guess we'll find out. Alright, so it looks like we have, oh man, 6 of these cavalry dudes? Oh no, they cost 6. I gotcha. 2 cavalry dudes. Well, we definitely want to try out this new unit, I would say for sure. But they cost 6 to use, which is significantly more than the other 2 unit types that we have. And I'm assuming their movement is pretty good. So I'm thinking maybe if we put them out on the flanks, they'll be able to get where they want to get pretty easily. And then we can kind of compact everybody else here into the middle. So let's look at... I feel like we definitely want some melee guys to kind of stand tough in those power hexes. Let's see, we've got 12 points spent so far, which means we've got 28 left. So let's go ahead and grab a couple. Let's get a couple of melee guys in here. I'm thinking like maybe 3 there. I definitely want some archers. Let's go with our standard kind of tactic of putting the archers on the dividing line. That leaves us with 8 points left, so we can either do 2 more archers or 2 more melee guys, or 1 and 1. I think I want to go melee guys on the outside zones, so in the left and right zones. I think that makes the most sense to me. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, I think that's a pretty decent deployment. Let's give it a shot. All right. So we got our first set of powers. Let's go ahead and pick our first deployment. I think I want to just come strong out the gate. So let's use our 4 move, like right off the bat. And see about getting these cavalry guys into the mix, like right away. So we'll go ahead and take them. And them. And then we can move 2 people from the middle zone. Let's go ahead and take one of our melee guys, and let's have one of the archers back him up and get like a good distribution of units moving here right out the gate.
Hey.
All right. So that guy can't quite make it to the power square, it looks like.
Hey.
I think we can have him move up and be in a pretty good position. Yeah, he can shoot at somebody this turn if he makes that move, so that sounds pretty desirable. This guy can go right to the power square. That definitely seems like something I want to try to do, just to see how it works out. And then we'll do the same thing on this left side with the other cavalry guy. And then let's have our melee guy move up into a position where he can make a move on that center power square. And I think that's a pretty solid initial deployment. Go ahead and take our shot at our enemy. See where we go from there. Alright, generated some lore. That's good. Would have been better to kill them, but I'll take the lore. Do I have another move here? I didn't think so. Okay.
Carry. Carry. Carry.
Man, that retreat was really unfortunate. Alright, so they ended up with 2 as well, so we're currently tied on orbs. But that will not stand. So I think our next move pretty much has to be well, let's see. I think our next move pretty much has to be the 1-1-1 so that we can try to reclaim the power square in both cases. So we're just going to try to force the issue here. And unfortunately, I don't think I can get past my horsemen. I'm going to actually have to use the horsemen to try to make a move on that square, which is not ideal. Well, you know what? I wonder if I would actually be able to shoot. I wonder if I would have line of sight here between this archer and this guy on the thing. Well, worst case scenario, if I don't, I can still shoot at these guys. So let's go ahead and select them. And then we'll bring our extra melee guy up to back things up. Yeah, let's go ahead and try that. These guys need to move up. These guys need to wreck face. Yeah, okay, so they don't have any like trampling ability or anything like that, so they're just gonna stay where they are. And then these guys are not gonna move because I want to make sure they get shots off. So we'll go with that. What's our power? Power situation here, or lore power? Alright, nothing to cast yet. But let's go ahead and see. Can I take a shot at these guys? No, I was thinking that probably would be the case, but good to know for sure. The line of sight in this is pretty strict. It seems like if there's any obstruction entering the line between the two tiles, it seems like that's considered a break of line of sight. So you need to have a pretty clear shot, basically. Oh, that was sweet. See if we can finish them. Finish him. Oh, come on. I even made the Mortal Kombat sound and everything. Whatever. Alright, so let's see if these guys can do any better. Oh, really? I thought you guys were bad. I thought you guys were tough stuff. Where you at, horseman? Sigh. Alright, whatever. Okay, so we have a couple of hero or lore powers available here. Let's see what we can do. Increase one of your units. Unit is attacked. Your opponent's turn. Okay, half of the combat misses. That's a good one. What's our other choice here? Okay. I guess it's about 6 of one, half dozen of the other. It's 2 for both. And they're actually very similar. I think I will take the damage reduction and the lack of retreat. Well, no. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to apply this one to the one cavalryman that we have left here. See if we can keep them alive. And then if they have to retreat, so be it. Those guys seem like bad news. Ugh, man. That's too many orbs to be giving them in one turn like that. Okay. So I think what we're going to have to do is call for the 3 melee power. Oh, it looks like we have another 3 cavalry units. Okay. Interesting. Okay, I'll have to keep that in mind for the future. Let's go with the 3 infantry. Well, okay, but it has to be infantry specifically, so maybe that's not the best move here, actually. Let's see, considering my options. Can I get back to... Oh, there we go. There we're back to our normal unit selection. Man, given my options, I gotta knock them off of something this round. Like, I can't have them just sitting there claiming point after point after point like that. That's just not acceptable. Well, let's see if I can at least... I'm going to try to get these guys more involved. I think that's not quite the right combination. Trying to find the best... I just don't really have a good combination of units to use right now. I mean, the melee guys are great, but they're not going to be able to make it there in time. I think I have to try to maybe go for the throat a little bit and see what I can do. It's going to be dicey at best, though. I'm going to move these guys up. The horsemen don't have to retreat. Really not sure what the validity of this move, but we're going to try it anyway. Okay. Nothing to cast there, nothing to cast now. Alright, let's see what kind of damage we can do. Okay, so they killed themselves, which is good, which means I can pursue into that square and claim it. So that's the best I possibly could have hoped for there, honestly. Let's see about these guys. That was nice. Oh, they missed completely. That was great. That was absolutely great. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I could have done much better there. So let me see if I got any powers worth using. We did take out a unit, so that's good. We could get some extra lore. Yeah, let's grab the lore. Get ourselves into a better position for next round. It's still a bad situation because they're generating orbs faster than I am, but at least I got them knocked off of that one. Oh man, they really brought it there. Okay. 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 Let's see, given that... So the problem with only bringing 2 archers into this is that the wizard power to move 3 archers becomes really suboptimal. I feel like I'm gonna have to bite the bullet here and reset my moves because I just don't have the ability to not move enough units simultaneously with the choices that I have to really get the effect that I want. Let's see, maybe if I go here, here, and here, I might be able to make something happen. try this.
Hey!
So I really need to take 2 shots at that thing just to get it off of that square. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to force its hand a little bit. So we'll go there. Let's look at slight reposition on the cavalry.
Hey!
And let's move these guys up. Alright. We can drive these guys off. Excellent. That's even better. Good time for a kill shot, that's for sure. Alright, let's see if we can do something similar here. Nice. They didn't have to retreat though because they're supported. Lame. Okay, no, we actually need... Give me a shot. Give me an actual bullseye here. Ah! I really needed a bullseye there. That would have been really nice. Okay, so with my 7... See what else I can do here. Yeah, I probably should cancel his lore power, just because he's probably getting ready to play something ridiculous. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. That should give me at least some form of protection. I mean, I'm doing okay, but he's definitely outpacing me having those 2. Well, I've got 1 knocked off, so that's good, actually. Nice. Okay, so he's supported. Excellent. Ah, got one of them, but the other one's supported, so that's not too bad. Too bad. Oh man. Oh, poor little horsies. No. Okay. Alright, so I'm definitely going to have to make a move in the middle. And I'm definitely going to have... Well, I definitely need to make a move on the left. That's probably the most important thing, is to get the positional advantage. Honestly... it'd be kind of a waste. Do I have anything else on the left flank? No, not really. Yeah, I think I may need to just bite the bullet and move 1 unit to claim that left side, and then reset my orders. I think that's all I can really do, honestly, this turn. Look at this. Get you into position. Oop. That's what I want. Move you. Get you up there. And fortunately, that's all I can really do. But that'll open us up some interesting possibilities for next turn. And let's go ahead and increase the defense of the 1 guy we've got on this side, to give him a better chance of holding on to that one.
Hey!
think they're about to win though, because I think they're about to get their 9th. Unless I can completely drive them out. Oh man, that poor guy got just destroyed by that cavalry unit. Yep, there it was. Defeat. Okay, well I learned some things from that for sure. I definitely learned, I have a better sense of how to use the cavalry and why I would want to use those cavalry orders and such. Yeah, I think my opening move would have been a lot different had I realized that the wizard now offers that cavalry order. I probably would have used that in the, I might even consider holding them back kind of like the enemy did and letting the melee guys go in for the initial fray and then having the cavalry come in and back them up from a flank or something like that. And also with that cavalry order, it's a little less important where they're initially positioned. So that's something to keep in mind too. I guess what I'll do is maybe give that one more try, and that should take us through a good chunk of the rest of the stream. Hopefully I'll be able to win it, but either way, I'll at least have more experience with it so that if I do end up having to play it again next time, I will have better insight into how it works. Let's go ahead and run that again. Okay. Alright, so based on what we've learned, we're going to take our cavalry guys and we're going to put them... let's go ahead and put them out on the flanks. Like, say, here and here. And then I do like having the archers in those lead points. I think that makes a lot of sense. We can definitely look at bringing in our melee guys. Kind of don't want to jam up the middle too much. I felt like maybe I had too much in the middle last time. But let's see. That's 32. So I got 2 more. And we'll go with the 3 in the middle. Why not? All right. Okay. So, again, given what I learned last time, start with a slightly less aggressive opening move. We'll go with the 1-1-1. And let's get our melee guys moving into position to claim the orbs. Actually, you know, now that I'm thinking about it, since I know I'm moving all infantry this round, let's use the wizard's infantry power. That way we can use the generic 1-1-1 in a situation where it might be more appropriate. Order 3 infantry. There we go. We'll move you, you, and you. You're gonna go here. You're gonna go over here. You're gonna go up here. Alright. I think that's pretty good. Let's see what comes of it. Okay, I think this is going to be an excellent turn to make a move on those orbs. So let's see if I can do this without involving the cavalry. But I think this will be a good turn to make my 4 move, my 4 unit order move. So let's see, I'm going to claim that one, that's easy. We're going to try to claim that middle one. We're going to try to claim this one, but only after we've softened them with those archers. Let's see how that plays out. Okay, you should have shot on them, which is excellent, so I should be able to fire twice from that position. You're going to stay right where you are and try to take those guys out. That's fine. You are going to claim this one. And you are going to try to pinch them against those rocks. That's fine. Alright, now, let's see, from a rune or lore power kind of standpoint, nothing really going on there. Let's see what we can do. Oh wait, I want to shoot them first, actually. Well, actually, yeah, let me take my shots first. See what we can do. Of course, it's a retreat. It would be a retreat. Daggone it. Okay, I can still hit him. That's good. Another good retreat. The lore is definitely not a bad thing. That's for sure. Alright. Try to hurt these guys. Okay, nice. We drove them off. That's excellent. Definitely going to pursue so we can occupy that. And I think that's pretty much going to do it, but let's see what kind of powers we have. It's probably premature to cancel his lore power. Let's definitely defend the middle. Yeah, let's definitely defend. Let's see where they're the strongest and most likely to push back. I would think would be that middle position. Yeah, they're probably going to bring those cavalry units back in to try to take that square, and I don't really have anybody backing him up, so let's try to hold our ground here. Alright, we've evened up the orbs, that's good. Yeah, I figured to do that, that makes sense. Yeah, good thing I cast that on him. Man, that power where they can sacrifice themselves to kill your guys is just insane. That is really tough to deal with. Okay, so I definitely feel like I can concentrate on the left here. Let's go with the 2-1 scenario. And that'll be these guys. these guys and these guys. I'm trying to save these cavalry as long as we can. Keep you there. And actually we're gonna rethink the positioning on these archers a little bit, I think. Go ahead and get them into a spot where they can fire on that middle. Okay. Go ahead and see if we can take them out. Nice. Spicy. Alright. And you guys need to push. Push it real good. Very good. Alright, we're gonna pursue that. Okay. It puts me in a really good spot. Okay. Yeah, we'll go ahead and cancel his lore power. Go ahead and do that. Building up a lot of lore, so he might cast something. Ah, I knocked him off. Well, I already got my points, so that's okay. That's actually fine. So he only got one that turn. That was good. That was actually pretty good. Okay. So I think what we're gonna do is play a little conservatively. No, wait, I can't quite be that conservative. Darn it. If I could grab that other square with this one and reset my moves. That might be my best bet, actually. So let's refresh my orders after we grab this one back. And that. And that. And now I have a full complement of orders to issue. I think will ultimately help. Oh yeah, they're pretty serious about taking these. Oh, that seems like a bad, terrible thing is about to happen. Oh wow, he missed on two of those. Nice. Wow, excellent comeback. That was amazing. And he's sacrificing himself. Yeah, that could have gone better, but I can't really complain. Based on how that first one went. Retreating. Lame. I think overall, though, that was pretty good. That was pretty solid. So I think what I definitely want to do is force the issue here. I probably want to play my 4 move this round and try to like really knock them out. So yeah, let's go ahead and play the 4 move. Okay, so we got that one on lockdown pretty much. I think it's probably time to bring these cavalry in. And get these. And who should our other... Probably that other cavalry. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's probably time to bring the cavalry in. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay. So, these guys want to attack from that direction. Let's go ahead and put these guys here to prevent that retreat. As far as archers go, we actually move them in there? No, we can't. We move these guys in there? No, we can't. It's a good shot from there, though. Let's go ahead and move the archer up. And then we will, let's go ahead and pin him with the cavalry. And then push these guys. I think that should be this should be a pretty tough round on them. Let's see what we can do here. Well, if they're dead, I'm just gonna take it. And then, this guy needs to get took. Oh, come on, you're really gonna miss? You're really gonna miss like that? That's not cool, yo. Okay. And I think that's it for this turn. I can't actually cast anything, ironically. Why did that not count? That other... I was totally on that square. Why did I only get 1 point? Maybe cavalry don't count? Maybe it has to be infantry occupying that square? That's weird. Well, his cavalry counted. Oh, please attack me. Please do. Oh, you scumlord. Of course you get the retreat. Wow, that was bullpucky. He's catching up. I don't like that. Very angry. Yeah, I know, I'm full. Let's see what takes the most. Stitch that 9, I guess. Okay. This is gonna be a pretty important round, I think. I don't understand why I claimed that square with that cavalry and didn't get a orb for it. That doesn't really make any sense to me, but whatever. Okay. So we are going to, let's go 1, 1, and 1. Just see what that looks like on paper. So if I move up with these guys, let's go ahead and remove their poison. And then I move up with these guys. And then I move these guys.
Hey!
Gonna just reposition for now. Not worry too much about. Go from there. Do they have line of sight? No. Didn't think so. I thought that would be a little extreme. Let's go up here for lack of anything better to do. Can't reach that, so that's pointless. Let's worry about wrecking these dudes against the rocks. And let's go ahead and make this move. And call that good enough. Okay. Hurt them. Oh, really? Guys, come on, guys. Not cool. Yeah, I don't really want to waste that. I have the line of sight. No reason to use that, honestly. Let's see. Should still get another shot at these guys. No? Do I? Huh. Oh, yeah, that's right. I moved them, so I don't get 2 shots. Right. Got it. Right. Crush these guys' faces in. Oh, cavalry, you're such a disappointment to me. Cavalry, come on, man. You can do better than that. Alright. Sure, let's use this. And we will put it on the archers. Yeah, I do not understand how I could have that cavalry sitting on that square and it doesn't generate an orb for me. It's gotta be some kind of weird exception involving them. Pretty close though to getting this, if I can just hang in there. Okay, so let's see what sort of options I have. I think I actually am gonna win pretty much no matter what I do here, but let's just do this for the record. So we're gonna move the cavalry up to attack these guys. We'll have these guys move into the power square, and we'll have the archers defend themselves. Yeah, they'll just hold their ground there. These guys are going to move up 1. These guys are going to move up 1. And I think we call that good enough. Anything I want to cast before I do this? Okay, so let's see. If I cast that on him, oh, he just goes to trees. That's not really worth it. Is there anybody that I can pin with that? Doesn't look like it. Oh, actually, I wonder. I wonder if this would work. Let's try it. If I... It just says one of your units. It doesn't specify which. Yeah, I guess that's a misprint. I guess it should have been ordered units. Okay. Well, make them go into the trees, whatever.
Yep.
Get out my space, fool! Alright. Let's go ahead and... Well, actually that kind of opens up some options for shooting, too, so that's not necessarily a bad thing. And let's go ahead and shoot these other guys, because, well, why not? Honestly, I just want to practice as much as I can. Alright, let's wreck these fools. Hit something! Oh god. Man, cavalry are a huge disappointment from what I've seen of them so far. I was thinking, oh man, I'm going to get cavalry and they're just going to wreck everything. Nah, not so much. Not so much. Okay. I think we're about done here. I think I'm going to get 2 points anyway, and that should be enough to win. So, yay! Excellent. Good times. I'm not sure why that one square stopped putting out points. Maybe there's only so many per power square, and once you exhaust it, you have to go to the others. I'm not quite sure what was going on there. If that was a bug or I just misinterpreted something, but we got it done anyway, so good times.